Hello everyone, welcome to another mod overview, this time on Disenchantment Edit Table. A mod that simply adds a disenchantment table, and I assume some other aspects as well for the enchantment attributes. So, what it adds obviously is simply this, there we go, this disenchantment table made with chiseled quartz, obsidian, diamond, a book, lapis, and otherwise. When you place it in the world, you can see this GUI here. Now I'm just going to enchant a few things just to see what happens, because I don't, in fact, know how that's going to go. Let's see. So we'll go, let's see, efficiency, silk touch will do. What else is one that can affect a pickaxe? Can't do those. Yeah, that'll do. So we're just go into creative. And do this, and this, and this. And we'll see what happens now. Something peaceful, cool. Okay, so we put this here. We can see we can access any of the books, I guess, at any time. And you can add or remove them easily, which is really cool. So you don't have to constantly go to a grindstone just to remove them, and then get only how much experience you want back or so. Or get a book, I think you can, under it, and it removes it, something like that. I forget, something like that. But yeah, we don't want that, so obviously we want to access any of the books, like so. I assume that's if there's multiple pages, or it's for like multiple tools or things enchanted in here, I'd guess. You can click this, I guess, to move it to a single book, which is really useful. Instead of it being like you know, rip all of them off individually and then add more and more of them over time in an anvil. So you have that. We can do that and take them off further. We can't obviously... Oh, okay, so you can... Oh, so you have all three of them. You can then split them in here as well. Interesting. Okay. Obviously can't do anything else there. It's breaking down into those. That's really cool. Okay. I assume that's it. It's just editing it, removing them, splitting them to prior levels if you want, I guess. Say if you want unbreaking one on one tool, and then unbreaking one on a piece of armor or something. Or you want to upgrade it with higher levels and need a smaller level one, I guess. I assume that's it. It's just, you just put it in here, and you're good to go. Converting attributes. Enchantment level attribute the original can be removed. Can edit the enchantment from a book. Yada yada, or an enchanted and put into the inventory. Only one enchanted book is placed. Can be converted to a lower level if they want to, which we've seen. And no need to consider whether enchantment attributes conflict or not. Oh, so even if you have fortune, for example? So if you have them, you can just apply it, for example, I guess? Can we do that? So you can add fortune to this. Is it going to affect it? I don't think so. Or what is going to take higher priority? I assume Silk Touch, because it's higher on the list. Yes, it is. So if we remove Silk Touch from that slot and then use this, what happens? Still Silk Touch because it has higher priority than Fortune either way. Interesting. So I assume if maybe you have one that you find that's enchanted on something, as like some loot somewhere that a mod creates, and say you have Fortune and Silk Touch, or others that conflict like Bane of Anthropod, Sharpness, and so on, ones that obviously people know, then I assume you can do that, apply it to something else in an anvil, and then you're good to go. Or just, I guess, bind them all onto, or just put them all onto one sort of tool, possibly as a storage method, maybe? Say if you don't want to have a ton of enchanted books constantly spread out, then you can just keep expanding on top of what's there onto one tool or one enchanted book if you want to, and then apply it to something later on. But yeah, quite a useful useful block, instead of it just being, oh yeah, it's just disenchanting in this sort of way, or just getting one book off or something like that. You can mess around with multiple enchantments, and even books and different levels and so on and so on. That's really cool. Really impressed with that. Thanks so much for watching, and goodbye.